Instructions for making Vietnamese traditional green bean cake. Vietnamese mung bean cake, or bánh đao thang, is a traditional Vietnamese dessert that is loved by many. Made with simple ingredients such as mung beans, sugar, and coconut milk, this dessert is not only delicious but also healthy. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to make this classic Vietnamese dessert at home. Delicious but also healthy. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to make this classic Vietnamese dessert at home. Ingredients: 1 cup dried split mung beans, 1 cup sugar, 1 can, 13.5 ounces, coconut milk, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 cup tapioca starch, 1/4 cup water. Banana leaves, optional. Instructions: soak the mung beans in water for at least 2 hours or overnight. Drain the water and rinse the beans. In a large pot, add the mung beans and enough water to cover them. Bring the water to a boil and then reduce the heat to medium-low. Simmer the mung beans for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they are so. Tea and fully cooked. Tea and fully cooked. Drain any excess water from the mung beans and then transfer them to a food processor. Pulse the mung beans until they are finely ground. You can also use a potato masher or a fork to mash the beans. In a separate pot, add the sugar, coconut milk, and salt. Bring the mixture to a boil and then reduce the heat to low. Let the mixture simmer for 5 to 10 minutes or until the sugar has fully dissolved. Add the ground mung beans to the pot with the coconut milk mixture. Stir constantly until the mixture thickens and becomes smooth. This should take about 10 minutes. In a small bowl, mix the tapioca starch and water until it forms a smooth paste. Add the paste to the pot with the mung bean mixture and stir well. This will help to thicken the mixture even more. Continue to stir the mixture over low heat until it becomes thick and sticky. This should take about 10 to 15 minutes. If you choose to use banana leaves, cut them into small squares and use them to line a baking dish. Otherwise, you can use parchment paper. Pour the mung bean mixture into the baking dish and spread it out evenly. Smooth out the top surface with a spatula. Let the mung bean cake cool down to room temperature. Once it has cooled, you can cut it into small squares or diamond shapes. Serve the mung bean cake as a dessert or snack. You can store any leftovers in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. Here are some additional tips to keep in mind when making Vietnamese mung bean cake. Be sure to soak the mung beans for at least 2 hours or overnight. This will help them to cook faster and become more tender. You can use a food processor or a potato masher to finely grind the mung beans. Make sure that the beans are ground evenly to ensure a smooth texture in the final product. When adding the tapioca starch and water mixture to the pot with the mung bean mixture, be sure to stir well to prevent any lumps from forming. To make the mung bean cake more fragrant and flavorful, you can add